Good morning. It's the 13th of August, 2026, and I'm Reg Knight. At the end of World War II, the Germans tried one last attempt to extend the war by splitting Allied, mainly the U.S. forces at Bastogne in Belgium. Well, they failed. Why did they fail? One word: logistics. You see, American commanders knew that they had to pre-position caches of fuel, particularly tanker fuel, because they were just tearing up territory and running across Germany, headed to Berlin. They also used the Red Ball Express to truck the beans, bullets, and bombs, winter equipment that the warfighters needed. And Third Army, commanded by General Patton, redirected their force, and they marched 100 miles in 3 days, took on the enemy, and successfully stopped that bulge. Logistics won that war, and lack of logistics is losing the war in Iran and the Strait of Hormuz. You see, Trump and Hegseth have no experience in knowing what a modern Navy or Air Force or Army or Marines need. And so they treat it like a video game. They mash a lot of buttons, fire a lot of missiles and drones, and then they want to get mad at Congress when they're asking them a question: what did you do with the things that we gave you? It is common knowledge now that if not another missile is fired, that it will take anywhere from 3 to 5 years for the United States to get back on the same footing it was before this ill-timed and ill-fated war began. Logistics. This is not something that you can learn on the job. The officers that they fired spent years studying this craft. And I have said before, if you ever go into a head shed, you'll see tons of little charts. You'll see 90-day, 120-day, 6 months, year, 2 years, so on and so forth, because that's how they map out logistics. That's how they go to Congress and say, this is what we'll need in case there's some sort of conflict, so on and so forth. But Hegseth and Trump haven't done that. In response to the growing furor over sailors, Marines, and other personnel on those aircraft carriers that are literally starving to death, their only response is it's a bunch of lies. So they're calling 5,000 of our troops, of our warfighters, and their families liars, instead of accepting responsibility, doing a pivot, and making the necessary changes. I've said before, the easiest thing for them to do is to pull one of those aircraft carriers out of the Strait of Hormuz, because there's others that the U.S. has. Send it to Rota, Spain. Let it get refueled. Let it get restocked with food. Swap out some of the sailors, particularly those that are super distressed, and get back out there and let another carrier come in. But Trump and Hegseth are one-dimensional thinkers. They cannot think out of the box. In fact, they get insulted if you even suggest there is a box. So we continue to go round and round, harming our troops, losing wars, and losing an ungodly amount of money on a daily basis for something that should not have been started in the first place. Logistics, folks, or lack thereof. It's the 13th of August, 2026, and I'm Reg Knight. Have a good day.